All right, let's dive right into this explainer and learn how to properly winterize your pool from the inside out. Listen, if you're a pool owner, you already know it's a massive backyard investment, right? It's the hub for summer barbecues, your own personal oasis. But the second those temperatures drop, that oasis can turn into a literal liability if you don't take the right precautions. So today, we're going to walk through exactly how to protect your pool from freezing weather, prevent absolutely devastating structural damage, and most importantly, keep your family and pets totally safe during the off-season.
Here is our roadmap for today's multi-layered defense. We've got 1. The winter pool threat. 2. Clearing the plumbing. 3. Protecting the pool walls. 4. The ultimate safety barrier. 5. Mesh versus solid covers. And finally, 6. This spring payoff.
Kicking things off with Section 1, the winter pool threat, and exactly why freezing water is your worst enemy.
Okay, before we jump into the solutions, we really have to look at the threat itself. 35%, that is a wild number. It represents the amount of above-ground pool structural failures in the Mid-Atlantic region that are caused entirely by ice expansion in improperly winterized plumbing. You see, freezing water doesn't just sit there, it expands. So in places where the frost line can reach, say, depths of 30 inches or more, any water left inside your underground or flexible pipes becomes a ticking time bomb and has literally nowhere to go but straight into your expensive equipment and pool walls.
Moving right along to Section 2, clearing the plumbing, specifically blowing out the lines.
To prevent those burst pipes we just talked about, we have to start our defense deep inside the system. We need to blow out those pool lines. Now, you might think you need some huge, expensive commercial air compressor to do this. Actually, scratch that. You really don't. For a moderate-level DIY task like this, a high CFM shop vac, specifically one with 5.0 peak horsepower or more and a blower port, can remove up to 98% of standing water in standard 1.5-inch PVC lines. You'll also need some rubber expansion plugs, threaded winter plugs, duct tape to get a perfectly airtight seal between your vacuum hose and the plumbing, and some very specific pool antifreeze.
Okay, so here's the 45 to 90-minute process to get this done right. First up, you're going to lower the water level 4 to 6 inches below the return jets. That stops water from surging back into the pipes. Next, open the drain plugs on your pump and filter to drain out the mechanical equipment. Then grab that duct tape and connect your shop vac blower completely airtight to the pump's intake. Turn it on and force that air through the return lines. You'll hear the water sputtering and burping at the jets, which sounds crazy, but keep blowing until that turns into just a steady hiss of air. Finally, clear out the skimmer, pour in your antifreeze, and lock the whole shebang down with your expansion plugs. Oh, and definitely give those plugs a quick tug test just to make sure they won't pop out under winter pressure.
Huge red flag here for this step, please pay attention. Absolutely never, ever use automotive antifreeze. That stuff contains ethylene glycol, which is highly toxic to humans and pets, and it will completely ruin your pool liner. Always, always use non-toxic propylene glycol, formulated specifically for swimming pools. You're going to want to use about 1 gallon for every 10 feet of pipe.
All right, on to Section 3, protecting the pool walls with the air pillow.
With the underground pipe secured and sealed off, we're moving up to the water level. To protect your pool structure from a solid sheet of expanding ice, you just need this simple little tool, a pool air pillow. Ideally, look for one made of thick 0.4mm PVC so it actually lasts for a few years, and place it right smack in the center of the pool. As the water freezes and tries to expand inward and upward, this pillow absorbs that immense pressure. It acts like a giant ice shock absorber to stop your pool walls from buckling or just ripping apart.
But, and this is super important, there's a very specific trick to this. You must inflate the pillow to only 60, maybe 70% of its full capacity. Why? Well, because it needs internal room to safely compress when that heavy ice squeezes it. If you pump it up to 100%, the expanding ice will just pop it like a balloon, leaving your walls completely vulnerable.
Plus, this pillow creates what we call a tenting effect. By floating out there in the middle, it props up the center of your winter cover. This is a game changer because it prevents heavy snow, ice, and wet leaves from pooling in the middle and causing your cover to sag, slip, or tear. The water and snow will just naturally slide right off toward the edges.
That brings us to Section 4, the ultimate safety barrier, where we secure the surface. Now for the final, most visible layer of winterizing, securing the surface. And listen, this isn't just about keeping leaves out, this is literally about saving lives. As the quote notes, drowning remains a leading cause of unintentional injury or death for children under the age of 5. A momentary lapse in supervision is all it takes for a nightmare scenario to happen. A standard plastic tarp held down by water bags, that offers zero protection against falls. In fact, standard tarps can be even more dangerous because a child or a dog can easily slip underneath them or get trapped in the gross, stagnant water pooling on top. That is exactly why a genuine safety cover is an absolute must-have. To guarantee a cover actually acts as a safety device, it has to meet the gold standard ASTM F134691. So a safety cover isn't just a heavy piece of plastic, it is an anchored, load-bearing barrier that stretches incredibly tight across your pool, kind of like a trampoline. To earn this specific certification, it has to hold a minimum of 485 pounds. To put that into perspective, that's roughly the weight of 2 average adults and 1 child. It ensures that if someone accidentally wanders onto it, they won't fall in, and rescue operations can happen safely.
Okay, Section 5, Mesh versus Solid Covers, and how to choose your shield.
When you're picking out your shield, you essentially have 2 materials, mesh and solid. Both are incredibly strong, so the choice really just comes down to your climate and how you want to handle maintenance. Mesh covers are lightweight, they're super easy to handle, and they let rainwater drain right through, meaning you don't need a pump. But because microscopic silt and a tiny bit of sunlight get through, you might have some algae to clean up when spring rolls around. Solid covers, on the other hand, are pretty heavy and absolutely require an automatic cover pump to remove standing water so it doesn't collapse. The huge payoff, though, solid covers block 100% of sunlight and debris, pretty much guaranteeing pristine, crystal clear water when you open it up. Now, I know we said blowing out your plumbing lines is a totally doable DIY project, but installing a safety cover, honestly, that is a whole different ballgame. The structural integrity of the cover and its actual ability to save a life relies completely on flawless geometric tension. Installers have to use heavy-duty rotary hammer drills to bore right into your concrete or pavers, tapping these flush brass anchors at incredibly precise spacing. If you drill a hole in the wrong spot, well, you've permanently damaged your deck. Plus, DIY errors will usually completely void the manufacturer's warranty. It is absolutely crucial to just bring in a professional for this step. Finally, Section 6, the spring payoff. Let's analyze the ROI. Let's wrap this up by looking at the actual return on investment for this whole multi-layered process. You put in the work, blowing out the lines, sizing the pillow, getting the safety cover, so how does it pay you back? Well, a true safety cover might cost you between $1,200 and $4,000 up front, which includes professional installation. But these things last 10 to 15 years. Over that entire decade, you are completely eliminating the annual cost of buying disposable tarps and water bags that always seem to rip anyway. You're drastically reducing water evaporation. Furthermore, by blocking UV rays, your really expensive winterizing chemicals aren't breaking down, which prevents those costly algae shocks in the spring. You might even qualify for a pretty nice discount on your homeowner's insurance because you've mitigated a massive liability with an ASTM-certified barrier. So we'll leave you with this. A single weekend of proper, inside-out winterization protects your family, shields your massive investment, and guarantees a pristine pool next spring. But it also raises a much bigger question for homeowners. If freezing temperatures can cause this much hidden, catastrophic havoc to a pool, what other expensive backyard vulnerabilities might be ticking like a time bomb this winter? Thanks for joining me on this explainer, and we'll catch you next time.